This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe. And well, I can't wait till 50 Cent gets a hold of this Jimmy Smacks thing with Jewels, because he's going to have a field day with it. His commentary will be hilarious, okay? Because Jewels is looking like the Jimmy Smacks character right here. All right, so then let's start it off. We got 50 Cent selling almost 1 million tickets before tickets even went on, before the first show or something like that. Worldwide, he sold 1 million tickets. Busta Rhymes is amazed that he's still able to draw such a huge audience in arenas. It is pretty amazing because 50 Cent really hasn't dropped any impactful, I'll say, projects, because he has dropped impactful songs since 2011. You know, there's a song with Kendrick Lamar, there's songs with Chris Brown. He was dropping more singles that were impactful, not projects. But 50 Cent, man. You know, he stays in demand out here. NBA YoungBoy is getting questionable. A lot of people coming at him sideways after he started painting his nails, embracing his homies, kissing his homies on the neck, having ice cream with Tyler, the Creator. Boosie said, Boosie just laughed. And Boosie's doing a little too much nowadays. He needs to calm down a little bit because he has extreme legal problems right now that he could go away for. It says, let's see, shaking my head. He's painting his nails. Boosie's had some questionable things with his guys, too. Like, he really loves his homies. Like, Boosie's a little questionable himself, I gotta say, you know. Offset admits that this was fake, and he got in his feelings and said, my wife effed a guy behind my back. If you get in your feelings like that and go public, you're really soft, bro. Like, I can see why little baby might have stripped you down in the parking lot and sent you home in your drawers. This was also to promote his single, Jealousy, with Cardi B. But don't play with your personal life. That is corny, man. Like, he's going the corny route. And then he's talking way too much in the interviews. Like, he talked about why he cheated. Like, oh, I was different back then. Da 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 da. Then he talks about pleasing his wife. Like, I go down to my wife to please her. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's funny is, like, a lot of these guys be having sex for themselves. I'd be having sex for the woman. So when you were cheating, were you having sex for the other women to get off? Like, and he's just going in too much detail. Like, it's almost like, dude, keep that private with you and your wife. Don't start going and blabbing. Like, this isn't called opening up on interviews. I'm sorry. You could open up different ways. This isn't what they were talking about. Because, he's usually pretty quiet in interviews. It's like, bro, calm down. Meek Mill's getting quietly accepted back to being around Drake. If you notice, Drake hasn't really messed with Meek Mill since 2018. Meek Mill's probably like, okay, Drake's bringing me out. Maybe I'll finally get that record I need to get back on track. Because he needs a Drake record. Bad. I don't know if Drake wants to save him at this point. We'll see. We don't know how Meek Mill's been acting behind the scenes with Drake ever since he brought him back in 2018. Meek Mill was popular in 2018 when he came out of jail. People were excited. He dropped a project right away. Drake's always on board for a little bit more attention. But they didn't work together since. And Drake's dropped a lot of music. He's not even featured on one track and didn't even feature on Meek Mill's album. So I would say this was a friendly gesture, and it looked good for Philly. He should have brought Gilly out, too. That would have been a mood booster for him. Sometimes you got to help people. Earl Spence Jr., I guess his doctor's making excuses for him. But Earl Spence Jr., basically, ever since his accident, I think he won a bunch of fights after his accident. So this isn't really a great expense. I'm sorry. Excuse. Why did I say expense? This isn't a great excuse. He says the car accident doesn't believe he's able to perform 100% in the boxing ring. But why are you out making... Are you trying to get famous as a doctor or something? Like, why are you out here making excuses for him when he didn't... He said there's no excuses for anything himself. Jocelyn is trying to convince people too much that she's a black woman with Spanish descent. She said it like 20 million times back to... If you truly believe that, say it once. You don't have to say it a million times. Like, it's almost like you don't believe it. It's like, isn't she the Puerto Rican princess? I don't know, man. I don't know. She's a little lost. Rod Wave says you got to watch these rap guys. Look the way Moneybagg Yo side eyeing me in this picture. He's got red in his eyes. Little Baby does a give back for the kids for going back to school. Love that. You know, it's as much as we talk about certain rappers, got to commend them when they're doing something great. You know, Little Baby does take care of children. You know, now he's got the money. He's giving back. It's good when rappers give back to the children. Then let's play this. Gunna. Some guy runs up on Gunna and calls him a rat, but then folds like an accordion as soon as he gets pressed by Gunna's security.
Look at Gunna a rat. Check him out. I said, look at Gunna. No, what you said before that? Whatever I wanted to say, brother. No, why you can't repeat it? I just want you to repeat. Check him out. I just want you to repeat. So you can look for Rich, I do something. I just want you to repeat. So I can sue the hell out of y'all. Look at him, short. Look.
Notice right away, he's like, I'll take you out of court, no, for money. It's like, dude, you're a snitch too. You're a snitch too. If you're gonna call him out in public like that, in his face, you might get those hands. Because you're doing it to his face. Do it on the internet or something. Play it safe. Anyways. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.